Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a what I've melted for the first half of November. I cannot believe we're through the first half of November. I know I'm not the only one here. Before we get started, I have nothing on my nails, still resting them up, but I will talk about what we can see burning here. That is burning right there, and if you guys are familiar, that's peppermint bark from DW Home. And these two are actually Glade candles that I picked up. These are part of the 2021 winter collection. We have Snow Much Fun, this one over here, and it's described as frosty air and cooling snow. And the green one over here is Pine Wonderland, which is pine, juniper, and mistletoe. And they're doing well. I'd say that the strength, I have them going at the same time, you know, like one in the dining room area is all an open concept and the other one in the living room close to our Christmas tree. I will try to remember, I just did a video where Nelson and I just did a time lapse of us setting up for Christmas, so these did go out. The strength on it is probably about a 5. Mind you, they are only one little wick and they're a small little candle. But what I will say is this is 2 days worth of burn and it's almost done. I might get tonight. Maybe I'll keep these lit tonight, but they don't last a very long time. They do burn quite quickly, and I'll see if I can show you here. It is tunneling a little bit just on the side, and it happened on both of these. So where the wax is fine, everywhere else, let's see if I can get that shadow there. So you can see the tunneling on this side when I do that. Every other portion of it is fine. But yeah, just a little bit of tunneling, but nothing major. It's fine. And they're very inexpensive candles. But you know, I wish they threw a little bit more. I'd say for a bathroom, they would probably do great, or a really small, tiny room. I think they would do well. So let's talk about wax melts that I'm not completed yet before we go on to the empties. So if you guys see this almost every month, this is from Better Homes and Gardens, Lavender Lemonade. Love this one. I can only get in the US, clearly, as it states there. I have 2 cubes left. I do melt 2 cubes at a time in our bedroom. Love the scent. Doesn't matter what time of year it is. This is definitely a winner. You guys see it a lot. So that was amazing. Total repurchase. I just melted this one for the first time the other night. This is pumpkin cider. And there's 2 left here. Again, with the Sensationals, I tend to melt 2 cubes per warmer. This is a lovely melt. There's definitely you get pumpkin in it, like almost like a nectarine type pumpkin, and spices. I don't get the cranberries or anything like that back here that I see in this picture. Would I repurchase it again? Probably not. It is from the United States. I might be tempted, but I wouldn't buy multiples. I might just buy one. It's pretty decent, but it's very similar to a lot of other scents I've seen over the years from Sensationals. Then we've got Magneto from Super Tarts. This has been a repurchase many times in band bags, in clamshells, as you see here. Strawberry, lavender, and vanilla buttercream. I love 1 cube. That's all you need, 1 cube, and I melt that in the bedroom warmer. So I find with vendor wax, the vendors that I have and that I choose to purchase from, get less is more. You don't need a lot. Whereas Sensationals and Better Homes and Gardens, I normally put 2 cubes, so I double the amount. But obviously, of course, like I mentioned, Super Tarts is just 1. This is definitely amazing. I love this for the bedroom because of that lavender. That's why I melt it in the bedroom. And again, like I said before, total repurchase. And another repurchase, in fact, I have, I think, a band bag or 2 of this one. This is Jackal. This is so good. I do enjoy Brandy's blackberry. So this is blackberry jam, zucchini bread, and toasted marshmallow. And it's really, really good if you are a gourmand lover, i.e. you like to smell things that you could eat. This would be it. I forgot to mention about this candle, just to give you an update. I'll try to see if I can do a pano and pop it into this video here. It's doing lovely. This is one of those ginormous candles from DW Home in peppermint bark. It's a 2-wick. They say it's about 96-hour burn time, I believe. Gorgeous. So again, if you see my video, if you haven't, I'm going to link it above earlier when I did speak of this earlier. But this is my unicorn candle. I've been looking for it for years, since moving to Halifax, and I finally found one. And it's the candle I always pull out to trim the tree and then onwards throughout the Christmas season. So it just happened to look okay in the centerpiece there. So now let's talk about Bath & Body Works empties, or just candle empties, I should say, in general. I have 3 Bath & Body Works and I have 1 Candle Daddy candle. This is the Perfect Autumn from Bath & Body Works. Now, this is really good. It did kind of fizzle out funny at the end, but I'm not mad at it. It went pretty much to the bottom. Very little to no soot. There's a tiny little bit up there. You can sort of see Very little to no soot. This is described as fresh cranberry, crisp apple, and rich clove, which I loved. I felt that this one burned really, really well. It did such a great job at burning. I have no complaints. I have complaints with the next couple Bath & Body Works, which we'll get to right away. The first one of the disappointing candles from Bath & Body Works is Hi Pumpkin Spice Latte, and this one is described as pumpkin pie spice, freshly brewed espresso, homemade whipped cream, everything that I would love. And this was doing well, and then between this and the next candle I'm going to share with you, also from Bath & Body Works, it just gets so heavy and dirty, and I want to open the windows because I have to blow them out. It's too much. And so I actually, as you can see how dirty that is, it was great the first half, and then the second half just burnt dirty. And these wicks here are really, really thick, really ropey, very thick. I don't know if that makes a difference, but anyway, I was not impressed with how became really stinky and really heavy to smell towards the second half. So I was not that impressed with this at all. If I were to purchase this again, when I did like it at the beginning, it was really lovely. It would be something I would freeze and chop up for future. And unfortunately, this was also just as disappointing as Hi Pumpkin. This is Marshmallow Fireside from Bath & Body Works, which is a favorite of mine. I love this candle. This one I let go even way sooner than that one. I think it's like up to here. But again, it just got so heavy and thick and just in the air. But I'm actually going to show you the difference between the ropiness of these the ropiness of these wicks. Look at the difference. Such a big difference. Not that it made much of a difference when it came to obviously the smell on the second half, because I just felt like it just didn't do very well. Again, I love Marshmallow Fireside. I can get this from vendor wax, no problem, because vendors do it very, very well. It's exact. But I do love burning candles in the fall, winter. That's why you see more here. And so this is very disappointing to me. It was one of my favorite scents. And I know I can get it from vendor wax, but you know, I'm trying to burn some candles too for the ambiance, but it just didn't work out for me. And again, it's one of those things where it was great the first half, second half, no bueno. Then we have from the Candle Daddy, this is in D's Nut. This is in the scent Banana Bread. Yeah, anyway, I've had this before in a different, it was called Banana Bread actually. This is lovely. I did not have to play around with it. Yes, it looks a little bit mushy around the sides, but I don't care. It burned perfectly fine. It never drowned. The wick never moved again. This is like the second or third one in a row where I can say that the wick stayed in the middle. So yeah, again, I will end up doing a Candle Daddy review of all the things that I've melted and burned from this company upcoming, and this will definitely make it in there. I love this scent. This is the second one in this scent. Again, this is called D's Nuts, but this is in the funny labels, but they also have it in the Banana Nut Bread, I believe is the actual scent. So I burnt that in the Banana Nut Bread in the past, and I really enjoyed it. Same thing, love them, love their candles. So let's talk about some Better Homes and Gardens empties. So this is Farm Apple Pumpkin, and I have had so many of these. I really enjoyed this. I'm not even sure how old this is. No, I got this year, but I believe this has come out in the United States a few different times on a few different occasions. So I don't know if Walmart's will have this anymore because it's a little bit older. Obviously, we're past the pumpkin stage, I would assume. I mean, whatever. If they have some though, give it a sniff, try it out. This has been a repurchase for me. I've really enjoyed this over the years. Very much would purchase it again in the future. Probably maybe 2 of these in the future if I ever got to go to the States and ever got to travel again. I might go and think about picking up 2 more of those. So part of my wax haul that I did a little while ago from Walmart with some new to me is from Sensationals and Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead. And I really enjoyed this. This was strikingly blue, like cobalt blue. Love that color. And I actually melted 1 cube of each in the bathrooms, and it's a very lovely fresh scent. Now, when you open these ones, this one actually tells you it's part of a wood fragrance family, but I got like a freshy version of the oud, I guess, or wood as they would put it. It was really lovely in the bathroom, and I'm definitely happy I picked this up, and I really like the idea. And I was so excited. If you guys didn't see that video, I was so excited to see new wax, and Nelson saw me running to the wax aisle and rolled his eyes and just probably walked away and went cursing under his breath because he was gonna lose me in the wax aisle. And then we have Grease Getaway, which I actually purchased at the exact same time as those wax melts here. Again, newness at my Walmart. I was super ecstatic and happy. And again, this is as well was beautiful, a great freshie. Melted this one in the bathrooms as well. Really enjoyed it. 100% would definitely pick this up in the future. This one does not, or the whole line, they don't tell you on the inside what family, whether it's fruity, floral, wood, what have you. But it was a nice freshie. Really enjoyed it. So let's carry on with some drugstore finds here. Now, my friend Teresa sent these over to me. They're from the brand, and I have to look in the very corner here. It's Corona Candles Incorporated out of Dublin, Virginia. I believe these are sold at Hobby Lobby or those types of places. But we have, first up, we have caramel apples, and this was lovely. Just on the border of too ooey gooey for me, but I really did enjoy it. It was really lovely, and it did smell just like those apples with the caramel. You know, the treat we all love in the fall. And our dentists love it even more afterwards. Right, Patricia? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so Cozy Bonfire. Here we have something very similar to Marshmallow Fireside, and it was lovely. Really enjoyed it. I did, for each of this brand, I did melt 2 cubes at a time in the living rooms. So just because, again, I find vendor wax is a bit stronger, but that's fine. I really enjoy this. It really truly was just like Marshmallow Fireside that I have here in the candle form. We're just out of frame there. But it didn't smell disgusting. So let's talk about these 2 items that I did receive from Ramona. Ramona Talk, I'll put her information down below. These are both from the Life's a Garden wax collection. Now we have chamomile daisy and apple parsley. I will say if I were to pick one over the other, I enjoyed the apple parsley more than the chamomile daisy. I think it's the daisy. There's no scent note descriptions. Most of you Scentsy folk will probably know exactly what this is, but I'm just going to assume it's chamomile and daisy notes in this one and apple and parsley notes. I really like the apple and parsley. And again, with Scentsy, I melted 2 cubes in the warmers, and I put these throughout the living room each time. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was a lovely gift. But again, if I were to pick between the 2, apple and parsley, definitely one on that one. Now we're going to talk about some Mainstay wax melts also found at Walmart. And this one here I used up all over the weekend, a malt cider wax cubes. And this was lovely. It actually wasn't too overly spicy with cinnamon and all that some of these brands can do. They overdo the cinnamon and spice, but this was really, really nice. I definitely got the cider. I definitely got like the warmth of the cider and the spices, and that was definitely like a fall, late harvest kind of vibe. So this was lovely. Now the thing was with Mainstays too, just to keep in mind, compared to any of these other ones that we talked about, they're half the size, so they're about half the price. So I actually used 3 cubes. I just use this one, like in one-time use in my living room, because I have 2 warmers in my living room. So I split this in half. 3 cubes went into one warmer and 3 cubes went into the other warmer. So it was lovely. Would I purchase in the future again? I wouldn't mind maybe picking up one of these in the future. Then we have pumpkins and plums. And this one I was really curious about this one at the beginning. When I first hauled it, it was very lovely, but it was not like super insanely like awesome. I thought I was going to get more from it. Same thing, I melt it in the living room, split them in half, 3 cubes in one warmer and 3 cubes in the other warmer. It was lovely. I got a little bit of pumpkin, a little bit of spice, and a little bit of smokiness, but it wasn't my favorite, and wasn't actually the strongest out of these Mainstays that we're talking about today. So I don't think I would purchase this in the future. Ooh, you guys were not steering me wrong. Hazelnut cream, wow. Hazelnut cream from Mainstays was really nice. Very coffee, very hazelnut-like, little bit of sweetness. It was delicious. So if you guys can find the hazelnut cream, if you like a coffee, I would say the coffee isn't forward-leaning though. It's about a 60-40 split, where 60% is the everything but coffee, and then the 40% with coffee. But it's really, really lovely. Again, I melted it in one shot in one day, 3 cubes in one warmer and 3 cubes in another, because it is these smaller wax cubes. So definitely I would definitely pick this up again. So let's talk about some older Super Tarts, and you're gonna see a couple different types of packaging here coming up. This is in Harry's Holiday, so Harry after Harry Potter. This is sweetened cereal, marshmallows, sugary milk, French baguette, and blue sugar. It wasn't my favorite, and I think it had to do with the sugary milk. Not a big fan of milky, sugary milk type scents. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite. It is very sweet. So for me, I'm glad I purchased it, but yeah, I wouldn't go crazy and purchase this again in the future. And like I mentioned earlier when we were talking about Super Tarts, 1 cube at a time is all I need because it's strong. One of my absolute favorite scents that Super Tarts makes is Casper, and that's toasted marshmallow, vanilla bean, cornbread, Mexican fried ice cream. This is so good. Nelson, don't laugh. It's lick the air worthy, in my opinion. And he still chuckled. I can hear him. Did you hear him? Anyway, I love this one. It's hands down, again, if you're a gourmand lover, this is definitely something that I would consider in the future. I did make a fairly handsomely sized full BAM bag order during Wax Wednesday, which was a week ago almost. And so, yeah, I don't remember. I think I ordered some Casper. I can't remember. My list is put away somewhere. I do know some things I ordered that I cannot wait to have. Anyway, Casper is so good. Again, if she does bring this out again, if you're a gourmand lover, if you love to smell things that you can eat, pick this up. It's a must. This one was really good. So this is Gandalf, very, very strong coffee scent. This is sweetened cereal, marshmallow, sugar milk, coffee, and vanilla cream. Now this does not smell like sugar milk. Other one with the Harry's Holiday, maybe the sugar milk was put further, or there's more of it in Harry's Holiday. I didn't appreciate it, or maybe it's the blend. But when it came to Gandalf, this is really, really good. 55-45 split. 55 split with coffee, 45 with everything else that you can see here. So this is really good on the sweeter side, but it's very, very nice. And Gandalf, this has been a repurchase for me. I really do enjoy this one. Well, of course, we all got blown up. This is from Super Tarts as well. This is from the Jaws collection. So this is sea salt, ozone, seagrass, plum, pear, and lemon custard. And this just, it's delightful. That lemon custard just sort of brings it a little bit more life, a little peppiness to it. But you guys know my love for Jaws. It's also one of Nelson's favorite scents. And you darn well know that I ordered a bunch of different blends from the Jaws collection in those full BAM pre-order Wax Wednesday purchase. So there's a lot of them coming to me. So Blown Up, I believe, is one of them. So anywho, I really enjoy this one. I recommend any of the Jaws line or anything that's blended with Jaws, except for the pomegranate one. I don't like pomegranate, but I can't say that to everybody that you all would hate it. So don't take my advice there. If you like pomegranate, go get it. And Felicity. So Felicity is also another coffee. This is coffee, cake batter, and cornbread. Delicious. Again, really, really good. 60-40 split, 60% being coffee, 40% being everything else, cake batter and cornbread. But this to me is like I melt my coffee scents over the weekends. So Casper with its cornbread and Mexican fried ice cream. This would be like the melt for the week, and this would be its cousin for the weekend, because look at that coffee. It's just so, so delicious. It's so good. This is not the first time, nor will it be the last time I order Felicity. So the only Destination Wax piece that I went through, or I guess in this form, so I have a bag or two over here. Anyway, is Vanilla Lace. It's a must-have. I'm telling you right now, they open the first of every month. If you loved Victoria's Secret's Vanilla Lace, and I wish they would bring it back in the shower gel, the spray, and the lotion, but they don't. It is nostalgic for me. This is so good. This is exactly that scent. And I split this in half, and half of it at a time would go in the bedroom. And it's just a really nice scent. Vanilla Lace, 100% would repurchase. In fact, I did purchase a foil pan size, which is like a little loaf in just Vanilla Lace. That's how much I love it. So I went through a sample of sprinkled pumpkin donut. This was actually really, really nice. This was a sample that I received in an order that Ramona and I went together on. And this was lovely. And I split this quite, like if you guys can sort of see the outline mark right around here. I split this in half and then put them in two different warmers. This is lovely. I would actually mental note for next year when she brings out her Halloween to think about getting some of this, because this was lovely. So the last two to talk about are from both Rainbow Melts. These are very large pieces. The pumpkin frosted animal cookies I did split in half and then melt each half in the living room, and it's just exactly that, pumpkin frosted animal cookies. So it's animal cookies, a very sweet icing, pumpkin like spices on top, and it was really, really delicious. This one I actually chopped up in four like quarters. This is pumpkin and ivory woods and smoked vanilla. So I did cut this in half and then a half again, and each of those little quarters or quadrants went into the warmers in the bathroom. It was very, very lovely. And again, with Rainbow Melts, as most of my vendor wax that I talk about, less is more. Okay, you guys, so that is everything. A lot of melting has been going on this first part of November. So let's see where we can get to for the last part of November. I got a lot of things to melt. As always, you guys, be safe, take care, and have fun. Bye.